Oh, well, hi there. I'm a cat. I'm in an alien spacecraft, and there is a very upset, very phallic-headed creature that wants to eat me, or impregnate me. Like, I didn't impregnate me, so, I get it. But I got a few minutes till it catches up and tries to kill me. Let's talk about a movie. A resurrection, if you will. A covenant of films. A number 3. Add an S. Talk about another alien movie. This one's Alien Romulus. Pretty good name. It's been a while since we had a proper Alien sequel, because last couple sucked. I have not been shy in saying that I absolutely hated Alien Covenant, and I was very deeply frustrated by Prometheus, which was really Alien 6, whatever the number is, 5 or 6, whatever. Deeply frustrating movie. Cool ideas, garbage plot, stupid characters, so on and so forth. Wasted potential of the film. And then these are the older films, Resurrection, 3, Aliens, and Alien. With varying degrees of classic and here we are. So what do we have this time? What has brought us back to the well? Well, Disney. Because a lot of people don't remember that when Disney went to the trouble of buying 20th Century Fox, they also happened to purchase the Alien franchise and Predator. So yes, folks, the Alien Queen is officially a Disney princess, or queen, whatever. I guess you could have a Predator, could be an Alien Queen, princess, whatever. You could also do that joke here. Anyways, Disney owns both of these properties and has so far not done a ton with them yet. We have Prey, which was a shockingly good, fun-ass movie, and a great restart to the Predator franchise as a whole. Keep doing those, keep them historical, great. And now we have Alien Romulus, directed by the guy who did the Evil Dead remake, which was pretty good on its own, and he did Don't Breathe, which I've not seen, and some other stuff. So, good horror director, good choice to direct. So, the pieces are here for a pretty good movie, and for the first half, this is a pretty good movie. This is very much an alien movie. You got people in scary corridors, dramatic lighting, space, and a creepy crawly alien, and face huggers, and chest bursters, and the shebang. The whole bit. It's all here. I will say it's well crafted. This movie looks really nice. There are some lovely set pieces, some cool concepts for action scenes, just lovely views of show space is a scary, horrible thing that is very dangerous, pretty, but uncaring and cold. You get the bit. The assignment was understood by the director. Our setup is pretty cool as well. You have our protagonist, a girl named Rain, who is basically in a mining colony where she's essentially an indentured servant / employee to Amazon, Weyland-Yutani. It's bleak as fuck because everyone in this colony is working to death and catching all the diseases and just dying from being in the worst coal mine in space. And she's stuck there and gets together with a ragtag group of people who are planning to go steal some abandoned Weyland-Yutani stuff on a space station that's hovering above the planet at the moment. That's our setup. Honestly, that's really all you need. You need an isolated place, you need some aliens, you need some people on here. It's nice to have some good characters with it. We have 2 good characters. Our lead is somewhat interesting. She's fine. Not the most exciting, but she works. And you have an android, because there's always an android in these movies, if not several. Andy, who is a damaged android and is basically kind of like, I don't want to say Simple Jack, but kind of Simple Jack for a part of the movie, and then some stuff happens. It's interesting. He's actually an interesting character. These movies keep making the best characters androids after Ripley's no longer in here. By the way, Ripley does not show up. She's not even mentioned by name, so that's good. Good movie. You resisted that particular thing you could have done. So, I'm going to say outright right here, I'm about to go into spoiler town because this movie hits the midpoint, and your interpretation of this thing is going to drastically change from that point forward. So, overall thoughts, it's a C. It's very much a alien movie you could expect. It's pretty, it's well crafted. The plot does some strange stuff that I would probably forget this movie happened, which is a damning thing. I'm going to remember this one, but it's because of the strange decisions they made at the halfway point. Not because of, like, spectacular quality or anything. Like, it's serviceable, and it would be forgettable. But then the middle happens, and you go, what? Are you sure you want to do that? Okay, we're doing that. Huh. And then I went, huh, for the rest of the next hour. So, it's a C. Rental, if you're curious, you do not need to go out to see this thing. Big screen would be nice for the pretties, but there's no rush. It's fine. We are now entering the spoiler town section. We are docking at Spoiler Station. So, the best comparison point I have for this movie is, ironically, a kitty cat. You buy your pet kitty cat the expensive cat toy. And the cat, being a cat, decides that the cardboard box that it came in is the more interesting thing to play with. Disney purchased the Alien franchise, and they decided that the more interesting thing to play with is elements from the bad movies, from Prometheus, and Covenant, and Alien Resurrection of all things. So that's a choice. Them are some big old choices. So right at the halfway of the movie, we hit the middle, and we get a really bad-looking, deepfake CGI redoing of Bilbo, who was Ash in the original Aliens movie, who's been dead. That actor has been dead since I think 2020. So he's been dead for a little while, and here he is with a very poorly done-looking deepfake CGI face for the fake voice. So like, there's no reason for it to be that same model of android beyond just the fan service bit. I said I don't mind this because it kind of gives a fun, straight-up villain, which is nice to have in this. And beyond just the situation and the aliens themselves, it's nice to have a more of a talky villain to play with this and give us some exposition. No reason for it to be that actor brought back from the dead. This doesn't even look better than Tarkin for Rogue One. This looks actually kind of worse, just because it looks like a phone app for the face. He's an android, and he turns up torn in half anyways, and he's already screwed up. Just use a puppet. Make a puppet of that actor if you feel like it. We guys would accept that he's fucked up. We would accept that, it's an android and he's messed up. That's why he looks funny and is clearly a puppet, but we could accept that. But no, you have to do a weird, bad deep fake. It looks like crap. Like, fun idea, unnecessary, not a deal breaker for me. What's closer to a deal breaker is the decision that what he brings in, which is the rest of the decisions, which are, hey, remember Prometheus? Remember Alien Covenant? You don't? Oh. Well, they're actually relevant, because, hey, Weyland-Yutani has completed its metamorphosis into Space Umbrella. They are just Umbrella in space. They somehow found the original xenomorph from the original Alien movie just floating into space, and took it, killed it, dissected it, and used it to back engineer facehuggers, chest bursters, and the black goo, the magic black goo from Prometheus that did stuff, whatever the plot felt like doing. Like, it could make a squid, it could turn you into a zombie, melts people, stuff. So they decided to bring that stuff in, and that's our MacGuffin, so we gotta get that. So you have our interesting here with Andy the android, who's now been corrupted by putting some of Ash's robo-chip into his head. It's not they don't call him Ash, the character has another name, but it's Ash, it's Bilbo's actor, it's Bilbo. Bilbo's evil chip is in his brain, makes him Evil Andy. Evil Andy. They switched on his evil switch. It's on the back of his head. So he's now his best interests are for the company. He's interested in helping the company, not his little friend Rain. Stuff happens. We have some decent action scenes. A cool bit with the alien acid blood floating in 0G and people having to swoon around it in an extremely let's say, silly but cool idea. Some fun with the wackiness with 0D in an elevator. Kind of fun. And then we have probably the most egregious case of bringing back a callback I've ever seen. Because Andy the android kills an alien and breaks out the "get away from her, you bitch" line, which has 0 point of being here. And he's doing it to one random alien. He has no reason to say this, and it almost feels like the actor pauses and looks at the camera and goes, line? Bitch. You sure? Get away from her, you bitch. Cut, print, brilliant. And there you go. So that one's pretty bad. Like, bad. Prey did do the "if it bleeds, we can kill it" bit, but that makes sense in context. This makes no sense here. Like, is saying "get away from her" or will be fine. There's no reason to add the bitch line. He doesn't even know if these things are female or not, and it's not the queen. There was a point in Aliens of having her say that. Like, she's a mother. The queen is a mother. She's basically calling out a fellow mother as a bitch. That's the point of the line. Just bringing it back as that bit line as a callback is stupid and distracting, which it is. It is a lot of this back half of this movie is stupid and distracting. Then we get to our ending surprise monster, which is, well, at least our tradition of horrifying pregnancy stuff continues in this film, to where we see Dora the Explorer. Yes, folks, that's the actress. One of the actresses in this is the girl who was Dora the Explorer in that movie that you forgot happened, which was actually really good. Underrated. Anyways, Dora the Explorer gives birth to an actual gets injected with the black goo and gives birth to an actual alien egg. So that's horrifying. And that damn thing hatches and immediately grows into Alien Resurrection Newborn, but with an engineer's face. Woo, spooky, isn't that? A weird callback decision to bring back an alien the newborn hybrid looking critter that a lot of people don't like. Again, why did we pick the bad movies to reference too? You could have just, not done any of that for this movie. I will say, I don't hate having those things in here, but they are an incredibly odd decision to make for your restarting of a big franchise. You would think that you would do the same thing and just leave the stuff that's not liked very well or is at least divisive and not touch it. Ever. You leave it in the box that you got everything with and just let it collect dust and forget you had it until you sell it later. No, they're just going to use the bad parts for prop points and such, so at the end of the day, this fucking drops the movie off a cliff in terms of quality. This thing was going to be like an A or a B because it was doing a really good job of being a scary little a new alien movie. It was nice, it was fine. Had a cool setup and premise. And then we decided to bring in all this weird decisions of bring back in Prometheus and Covenant stuff, and you're like, why? In the horrible deepfake face of Android Man. Why? Why bother? Why bother? Why? My head hurts. I'm gonna have a head burster. Blech. So, yeah. I did not hate this movie, but the strange decision making maybe it makes it not good. First half's actually fine. Second half, not so much, because, strange, dumb decisions. Like Prometheus. Cool concepts, interesting ideas, deeply frustrating because of a crappy script and rock stupid characters that are supposed to be super scientists. I can see someone being dumb in a horror movie, but not when they're literally supposed to be a super scientist. I hate that movie. Blah. And then Covenant, which is just a crappy movie and is hilariously mean-spirited and doesn't do much with its premise and just sucks in general. This one isn't that bad. And again, this one hits that spot of I would have forgotten it existed entirely in a few weeks, which is bad. But then the weird decisions happen, and that makes me at least remember it happened. So, good job? Maybe? I don't know. This is weird. Also, there's a Alien TV show coming up after this too now. I don't know how this franchise is going to work as a TV series. Whatever. Alright, fine. Fuck it. Bring it on. Let's see what happens now. I hear a pet carrier with my name on it because I think there's an alien about to come and eat me from above. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Blah, blah, blah. Wash your hands. Subscribe to my Patreon. Give me money for porn. Porn for money. Money for porn. Porn for money. That's a song. Maybe. Or a porno. Go away.